Oh shit, I got 67 pages on setlist.fm, bitches. Hey everybody, I'm Grace Potter, and this is Setlist Insider. Oh, what, did I play Madison Square Garden in the early days? Oh my God, that's so weird. I played with Rose Hill Drive and the Alabama State Troopers. I was asked to be a part of the Jammies, an amazing event. We're talking East Coast, West Coast, Canada, Japan. There were people from all over the place, and I wanted to play a song that would make sure that not only was I able to present what I had to offer the world, playing the Hammond B3 organ, but also that my voice could kind of sail over any amount of instrumentation that was going to be thrown at us. I also insisted it had to be the full length of the song, the way that Neil Young and Crazy Horse do it, which is an 18-minute song, I believe. I thought that would get me out of having to do this really big collaboration with all these other people, but they didn't do that. They were like, yes, and we're gonna get more instruments on stage, and sure, take 20 minutes, I don't care. Because it's the Jammies. What was I thinking? It was the first time I'd ever really been in a space where the stakes were high, and I really wanted to show up. Oh my God, exit in. Wow, this is wild. This is October 19th, 2008. It's such a short set because I didn't have that many songs. Ever since I wrote Paris, there was just something about it. This spicy little number. The first time I ever played the song, I know was in Troy, New York, because I made out with two women that night in the bathroom after the set. And they were like, what was that song about Montreal that you had in there? And I was like, it's not Montreal, it's Paris. But it was a dive bar, and I don't think people were really logging the adventures of Grace Potter at that point. But this wouldn't have been that far off from there. If I was from Paris, I would say, ooh, la, 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 la. So we have stats. Medicine. Fourth most performed song. It's been in the banks all along. Yeah. I made an album with T-Bone Burnett in 2008. Mastered, mixed, everything was perfect, but it was a solo record. Record company was like, meh, try again. You said you wanted it to be all about you and your band, so why not keep running with it? We re-recorded a good amount of those songs. That record and the studio and the energy and the feeling of Medicine, which was the name of that T-Bone Burnett record, always lived inside me, even though the rest of the world had never had a chance to hear it, which is gonna be really interesting with Setlist because stats are gonna start flying. Cover songs, baby. In a way, I don't think of You and Tequila as a cover song because that song was for me such a transformational experience. It was sent as a demo. I was in a rental car shuttle coming back from Japan or Portugal or somewhere really wild. We'd been on tour. In the midst of it, my manager was like, well, do you know who Kenny Chesney is? And I was like, she thinks my tractor's sexy. I knew very little about him, but when I heard the song, I just couldn't believe what was being offered to me. It felt like a silver platter of opportunity. I didn't really understand that the genre of country was so similar and walked down so many of the same roads that the blues and gospel and soul music did. Now when I hear certain country songs, I stop in my tracks, and this is the one that's made me first stop. I don't even really like Tequila that much though. Guest appearances by Grace Potter. So we have Kenny Chesney, Government Mule, Warren Haynes, Emmylou Harris, The Roots. Man, I played with The Roots a shit ton. I didn't realize I'd done 9 things with them. That makes sense though. Oh, the old Rolling Stones. I remember that one. I opened for the Rolling Stones for a couple of shows mid-tour, so the grind and the motor was really there. One was at Dallas Cowboy Stadium and in Minneapolis, where there were a lot of my fans very much anticipating my set. And I think something about that sparked excitement, and the conversation was had, would Miss Potter like to join the Rolling Stones for the song Gimme Shelter? And my answer was yes. When I performed with the Flaming Lips on TV, it was Jimmy Kimmel. It was Halloween, so we were dressed up as, I think I was a naked Wicked Witch of the West. Full green bodysuit and just the hat. And we rehearsed with our costumes on because it was quite a production. After the performance, Wayne was like, what happened? What was that? And I was like, it was great, wait. He sat down, he's like, no, Eric, can you notice this about Grace? We do the rehearsal and everything's perfect. And then she just goes the fuck up, gets on a helicopter and flies away for the real thing. What's the point of rehearsing? My point exactly. Why do you think I don't like rehearsing? Oh yeah, lesser played songs. You guys have so much information in here. Lowrider, Lunar Rhapsody by Les Baxter, Mary Jane's Last Dance. I've definitely performed that more than once. Moana? I performed Moana. All these oneers. That's a whole lot of oneers. I'm so proud. This makes me so happy. My Kind of Town. That was recently in Chicago. So I'm adding stats as I go. I told the crowd the second that I got on stage that they were in trouble. I was like, you guys are gonna help me write the set list. So set 2 is chock full of just this massive amount of requests. But what I end up doing is I do a mashup. I'll take them through a verse and a chorus, or maybe I'll just put the bridge of that song into a totally different song. And you can see just based on this set list that is definitely what happened here. I lit a fire with the love. 29 songs in the second set? Is that even possible? Get it, girl. Making things into your own has always been part of my template, because as a young kid, hearing Madonna, hearing Michael Jackson, hearing Whitney Houston, all I ever wanted to do was harmonize with them and find my own voice within those songs. It's like playing paper doll dress up when I'm just beginning to write for a new album. It always starts with what are my favorite songs that I love to sing right now, and then play them until I want to come up with something different that belongs to me and that's never been made before. That's all for now, and if you want more of this crazy madness, go to setlist.fm.